Right, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are putting up two of the best goal scorers in the NHL head-to-head, and we're going to try and find out who the better player in this video is, guys. Today the highlighted players being Auston Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs going up against David Pastrnak of the Boston Bruins. It's going to be a very debate-heavy video today, guys, so make sure you voice your opinions in the comment section below. Let me know who you think the better goal scorer in this video is, guys, and why, because there's definitely an argument to be made for either one of these players. And also let me know which two players you would like to see me feature in this sort of format for future videos. And yeah, now that we got that out of the way, let's actually get on to the contents of the video. So I didn't really have a structure heading into this video. I'm just going to kind of ramble on about each of these players, what I feel about them as players, how good I think they are. And we will come to a conclusion at the end of the video, guys, don't worry. But for now, let's start off with Auston Matthews. And I know Matthews has been a very consistent player throughout his career so far, but this year I truly believe he has absolutely exploded. First in scoring with 21 goals in 29 games played so far. I know he has slightly slowed down a little bit since he recovered from his injury a couple of weeks ago, but nonetheless, he's still doing quite well right now. But I just remember before his injury, he scored something crazy like 6 goals in like 3 games or something like that, and it's just absolutely insane to watch, and I still remember that. So I mean, you know, I knew he was going to have a good season, but I didn't think he would have this good of a start. Watching him a lot more in the North Division has allowed me to respect him a lot more as a player, because I'll admit, and Leafs fans, please don't go off on me in the comments when I say this, but I used to think that Matthews was slightly overrated because of the support that he got from guys like Marner and Tavares, and just the fact that he really has nothing to show in terms of success from a team standpoint. And you look at their roster and you think, how have they not gotten past the first round with this team? And you would think that in one of the Game 7s, Matthews would clutch up and score a big goal for them to win it. And I mean, keep in mind, this isn't entirely Matthews' fault, but you would think that he would be one of the ones to step up in a Game 7, but they've just failed to clutch up in those key moments, which is why I thought that Matthews was a little bit more of just a height player than an actual skill player. But actually watching him this year, I take my words back. He is such a deceptive shooter, so much skill and creativity in this player. And Leafs fans, I sincerely apologize for everything that I said. I do think that what Matthews has done this season is very special. As I mentioned earlier, 21 goals in 29 games played is definitely something to be very proud about. And I'm not even a Leafs fan. I don't even really like Auston Matthews. I hate when he scores on the Canucks. But man, I have to respect his grind. He's putting up points. He's proving people wrong. He's doing everything that opposing fans don't want him to do. And I bring this up because I know that people are still going to find some lame excuse to pin on his success, being like, oh, he plays in the North Division, the easiest division. Of course he's going to be playing well. And well, yes, although playing against Canadian teams could be a contributing factor for why he's scoring so many goals, I do not agree with the North Division slander saying it's the weakest division. Like, there are so many teams in other divisions that are way worse than every team in the North, including Ottawa. And by no means am I defending Auston Matthews or the North Division of the Leafs or anyone like that. But you can't tell me the North is the worst when you have teams like Buffalo or the Red Wings or the Ducks and the others. Like, it just really gets on my nerves when people say that the North is the worst, because it really isn't. Like, just actually watch the games though. They're so intense. But anyways, I got sidetracked. Let's get on to the actual discussion again. Anyways, moving on to David Pastrnak. He had a bit of a late start due to injury, so he's only played 21 games so far this season. Still, he's recorded 14 goals, 12 assists, and 26 points in those games. So if we look at their stats this way, there's honestly not that big of a difference, so they're quite interchangeable at this rate in the season. But unlike Matthews, who in my opinion is the more flashy, deceptive, Patrick Kane-like player, I think Pastrnak is more of a get-her-done, Ovechkin-like sniper. And what I mean by this is he just gets loaded up at the hash marks like with an absolute rocket constantly, and it always works. I think it's quite obvious that Pasta's main attribute is his shot, but we already know that. That's a given. There are a couple of other things I think he does really well, but just go a bit more undetected from the public, so I just kind of wanted to point a couple of those things out. First and foremost, he's just a player to me that's really hard to play against. He's always seeming dangerous out there on the ice. I think his work off the puck is one of his most underrated skills, in the sense that he can always seem to slip through the seams to allow the Bruins to feed him the puck anywhere in the offensive zone. He can just get to those areas, man, and trust me, it's scary for defenders. I think he's just a bit stronger and a bit more of a pest out there than Matthews is, and I don't know, for some reason reason, I kind of like the attribute of being a pest for some odd reason. I've always really admired Pastrnak's game also for just how reliable he is in the offensive zone. It's almost like you can always count on him to show up in a big game, especially when the Bruins need him the most, to show up and score a big goal late. And that's very important to have in a goal-scoring winger like him. I vividly remember last season when the Bruins played the Canucks before the stoppage in play. P.S. The Nucks got the dub in this one 9-3, but that's beyond the point. Guess who scored 2 of the 3 Bruin goals in this one? You probably already knew. It was Pastrnak, and it was quite bizarre too. I remember the Canucks going up 1-0 in this one early, and then 5 minutes later, Pastrnak got a breakaway against a Vezina caliber Markstrom. Keep in mind, mid-season form Markstrom, and as he walked in before he did his move, I just said to myself, he's going to put it away, won't he? And to be fair to him, he absolutely undressed this absolute beast in Markstrom. And it just made me realize, this guy's just going to take any chance that he gets, man. And he's just so reliable. He can put away anything that he's given. The second goal, the Canucks are up 6-1. And then he's just perched there on a power play. He wasn't given the puck for like a whole minute. The first time they give him the puck, he one-times a top corner on Markstrom to make it 6-2, obviously. But still, it just goes to show that if he's given a chance, he's going to put it away. And that's just what makes him so much more dangerous out there. So we've talked about both these players a little bit now, their stats, their strengths, and what I like about both of them. And don't get me wrong, both are very solid players. So I'm sure we'll go to the Hall of Fame and all of that stuff. But we have to make a decision, don't we? And oh my gosh, it is so difficult because they're literally so even. They're neck and neck in everything. If you look at their stats, look at Pastrnak's all-time stats. 405 points in 411 games played in comparison to Matthews with 320 points in 311 games played. So he obviously edges it out there. But it's not just points. If it were just points, then, Matthews would win it. But it's everything else as well. Pastrnak has just done so much more with his team, had more success in the playoffs, and overall just had a bigger impact on the Bruins for how much he produces in comparison to their little secondary scoring. But then on the other hand, Matthews is 2 years younger and he's still keeping up. You see, guys, they just keep outdoing each other. It's so hard. I don't know what to do. This is going to be hard. You know what? I've just come up with an idea. And I know it's going to sound a little bit lame at first, but hear me out. In the comment section below, I want you to vote for who you think the better player is. Whoever gets more votes obviously is the winner, but that's not it. I have probably 6, 7, maybe 8 other videos already planned with players just as good as these two in this sort of VS format. So I want to create a tournament between these, 14, 16 players, I guess. And whoever has more votes moves on to the next round, and whoever doesn't is knocked out. I've just come up with this, and I've just come up with a mini-series for this video. So if you stuck around, make sure you vote in the comment section below for who you think is better and why. Still sticking to the question of the day, but kind of now in this kind of video tournament format. I don't even know what to call it, but that's probably it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this far in the video, make sure you like, subscribe, do all that stuff. It would help me out. Let's get to 4K subs by the summer. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you later. Peace.